What is going on with Maryland home prices? Why are they so high, and when are they coming down? My name is Shari Arciaga, and I'm a realtor with LiveMARYLAND, the McIntyre team of Keller Williams Integrity, and Moving to Maryland with Shari. And I moved to Maryland about 17 years ago with 2 babies, 2 dogs, and 1 very West Coast husband. And the culture shock and the pricing shock was real. So now I try to help people move here too. I've helped people move to Maryland from Kansas, from Kenya, and even from Korea. So let me help you understand why Maryland home prices are so high and when they might be coming down again. To stay informed about all things moving to Maryland, you're definitely going to want to subscribe or follow, depending on which platform you're watching this on, and check out my playlist for Maryland home prices. So the first thing you want to know about why Maryland home prices are so high is some basic economic principles, and it's this. Real estate is commodity, traded on an open market, which makes it subject to the laws of supply and demand. But what does that mean? So a commodity is a good traded on an open market, much like the stock market. And just like the stock market, where you can see what all the other buyers are paying for, let's say, for example, Pepsi stock, and you can see all of Pepsi's disclosures. And brokers make all of that information equally available to anyone interested in Pepsi stock. The MLS is also an open market, whereas all the brokers get together and share equal information with all interested parties so you can see what a buyer has paid and what sellers have provided as far as the condition of the home. So the MLS is the open market that real estate is traded on. But what are the laws of supply and demand for real estate? So in real estate, the supply is the amount of inventory, the number of homes available on the market right now. That's measured in, you might see a measurement of months of inventory, but right now we're measuring inventory in terms of weeks. And in some places, there's only 2 to 3 weeks of inventory on the market right now. And that makes Maryland's real estate market very strong in terms of favoring the seller. So what's the demand in the real estate market? Well, that's you. That is all of the interested buyers who are interested in a specific area at a specific price or a price range. And we call that group of people the buyer pool. And the buyer pool can be large, particularly when interest rates are low and the economy is strong. And the buyer pool can shrink. Higher price properties will have a smaller buyer pool. Lower price properties will have a bigger buyer pool. So the amount of buyers in the buyer pool is the demand for the real estate market. So like I said before, we have a very low inventory right now and a fairly strong buyer pool. It's not as strong as it was a few years ago, but it's still fairly strong. The interest rates having come down this year a little bit from last year has added to the buyer pool. The strength of the economy is keeping the buyer pool strong, but also Maryland has a special reason why the buyer pool is so strong here. In Maryland, we have 5 industries that keep our buyer pool here strong, even when the economy and the buyer pools in other areas of the country might be shrinking, leading to buyers markets in other parts of the country where Maryland retains a seller's market. Those 5 industries are the government, the military, education, healthcare, and technology. Now, there's a lot of places across the country that might have 3 of those. There's a few places that might have 4. Maryland is a rare location in that it is strong in all 5 of those industries, which means that people are always moving here, which is great for homeowners in Maryland because it keeps the property values strong. But I know firsthand how frustrating that can be when you're moving here from another part of the country and where you wouldn't think that the home prices would be as high as they are here. And on top of that, the taxes are pretty high here as well. What you may not realize, though, is that as a Maryland homeowner, once you move here and purchase a home here, you benefit from all of that appreciation that those 5 insulating industries bring to the Maryland real estate market. Homes in Maryland retain more equity than other areas of the country, and homes in Maryland appreciate at a higher rate than other areas of the country because of those 5 insulating industries. And so if you're thinking of making a move to Maryland and want to partner with someone who's made that move before as well, reach out, give me a call, send me a text, send me a message. I'd love to help you too.